So John, this has been a big week for Ciena. You've had some big news this week and also picked up some awards. Tell me about that.
Yeah, so it has been a busy week here, and we've had good recognition on several angles of what we've been doing. One is some new product announcements that we made last week. 3 new platforms that push bandwidth out to the edge of the network and allow us to offer 100 gig and 10 gig services in a very cost-effective manner to our clients and their end users. And then we announced 2 new customers this week, so it's been very busy in terms of both successes and new products. And then icing on the cake was winning the awards here for our orchestration system as well as our analytics product that is allied to that in our Blue Planet suite of products. So it's been busy, but very rewarding.
Okay, so let's talk a little bit about the new product platforms. We're seeing this big push to beef up compute at the edge, and now you're beefing up bandwidth at the edge. I don't think those 2 things are unrelated.
That's correct.
Okay.
Yeah, and the products recognize that. So 2 of the products are strictly bandwidth delivery elements, so 100 gig NTE and 10 gig aggregation at the edge of the network. But the 3rd product is a 10 gig element that also offers compute capabilities with small, medium, and large modular kind of compute engines that can be hosted NFV kind of applications or vCPE applications, as well as TDM carriage. So we have a lot of clients that still have TDM services that they need to map onto a carrier Ethernet network, and that's what that particular platform known as the 3926M accomplishes for that.
And is that bandwidth already, are you already seeing consumption models that are going to eat up that bandwidth?
Yes. There are 3 sort of main ones that I talk about in this context because I think they're the 3 early instances of where we see that bandwidth going. One is the traditional Ethernet business service market for large campuses or tall, shiny buildings which have a variety of customer needs who may be going north of 10 gig in terms of their demand for services. And yes, we do have some instances of 100 gigs being ordered by our customers. Wow,
that's a lot of bandwidth.
It is a lot of bandwidth, and it's somewhat surprising, I think, to us observers that there is consumption for that, but there is. I think probably the more common model is multiples of 10 gig. So if people need 20 or 30 gig,
okay,
and so aggregating that across multiple boxes, it becomes more efficient to have a 100 gig handoff if you're getting into that territory. But increasingly, we are told there are demands for 100 gig. I was talking to a customer yesterday who was mentioning healthcare being one of the
medical
examples.
Imagery and things like that.
That's correct.
Okay, that makes sense.
Another use case is in the colo facility or the carrier hotel, where the symptom of that is they start stacking 10 gig platforms.
Right.
Because
in that very small space.
That's right, and space is an issue, power is an issue, sparing is an issue. So again, if they can have fewer pizza boxes to do that, that's a great advantage to them. And then finally is the other instance that I mentioned is the pre-build, I'm calling it, for 5G. So everybody sees 5G coming, not really sure the impact of the technology or the mix between front haul and mid haul and back haul,
right,
but they know that the back haul network is going to have to be beefed up.
Right.
So they're starting that beefing up process right now, taking 10 gigs to the macro cell towers.
So you also have a couple of proofs of concept here, MEF proofs of concept. Tell us about those.
That's correct. 2 separate activities we've been participating in. One is collaborating with Windstream on a layer 0 orchestration exercise. Somewhat new to the MEF, layer 0 being a new area of activity for the MEF, but that's going very well. The other is more properly in the MEF's wheelhouse, a layer 2 service, MEF compliant service across 3 operator domains. So Orange, AT&T, and Colt are collaborating in creating an end-to-end MEF service. And they roll out a virtual router over that service once it's established. And collaborating between laboratories in Lannion, France, and Plano, Texas, and as well as in London.
Bring me up to speed on Blue Planet and where you are in terms of deployments and how that ecosystem has continued to expand.
It's starting to take off. We have done quite a bit of work on the orchestration engine proper and the microservices that we've continued to expand upon. But the most recent addition is an analytics tool suite. So we've launched a network predictor engine that predicts potential failure points in the network, and that can identify areas of the network that are perhaps weakening and that need attention ahead of their actually going offline. And we'll have many more, I'm sure, coming in the future, but that's the latest addition to the suite of products. We've also expanded upon our own Ciena specific part of Blue Planet and a product we call MCP for Manage, Control, and Plan. So Blue Planet MCP is more the network element level control of the Ciena part of the network proper. So that's now part of the Blue Planet integrated suite of products as well. So it continues to evolve and seeing increasing market success on a daily basis.
Okay, great. Thanks for being here with me.
My pleasure.